What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the 6th episode of Love of Wisdom. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany Fontanez. Thank you so much for being here. If at the end of this video you like it, or if you feel it's going to benefit other people, please share it and put the thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel to get new videos every day. But today has been such an exciting day. I woke up realizing that we put a lot of our happiness on the back burner, and we kind of like demonize ourselves for thinking that having an ego is wrong. And this is why I want to share this with you guys, is because I realized everything is energy. So with energy, there's two balances that make up one. So with light, there's darkness. And both of them have their own tactics for what they share within our life. But most of us put our happiness on the back burner because we believe that we need to. There's nothing wrong with devoting yourself to the light, but there's everything wrong with thinking that you need to be obedient and tolerate things that are not good for your happiness, that don't even bring the happiness for your well-being. And the darkness is needed sometimes. That the ego can really put you in check. And I say that in a way where sometimes when you feel like you need to self-sacrifice just to make someone else happy, just to make a predicament happy, or just to suppress how you really feel, you're not allowing the fact that every aspect of you is important. And sometimes the ego may be your worst enemy, but at the same time, it can be your best friend, because the ego puts me in check sometimes. Sometimes when someone says something, like last night, I went out and I wore this really cute dress. Actually, I looked really good, and I was walking in front of my friends, and my friend, she was like, "Brett, just the way you walk, you look depressed." And I'm like, what? Like, my ego did not react. But here's the thing. I really got myself in check. And what I realized is that, the ego got a little attitude, by the way. But like, your perspective of me is a reflection of you, honestly. And no matter what you say or do about me or to me is really not going to faze me, because you don't have the vision that I have for me. And you don't see what I know what's best for me or who I truly am. So go ahead, think what you want to think. I don't give a fuck. And honestly, you got to act like that sometimes. You got to get a little rude. You got to give a little attitude. Fucking do it. And I know I'm swearing. I don't give a damn. But I'm saying this because it's important to understand that your happiness is a priority. Your self-love is a priority. Your integrity, you needing respect, is a priority. And it's important to understand that your light side, your darkness, is beautiful no matter what. Sometimes you need to be one or the other. Or sometimes you are both. No matter what, we're aligned. But the thing is, let your darkness put you in check sometimes. And let it show you your true strengths. Because understand this, without pain, let me rephrase that. A lot of people say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Within that darkness, we find our strengths. Within that darkness, we realize our ego. We realize our flaws. We realize our light as well. And we realize our love. But at the same time, that darkness is not demonizing you. That darkness is here to teach you. Here to help you reflect on things that feel like trigger you, that bring out a disillusion about yourself. I feel it's beautiful when someone does love themselves wholly and completely, because that gives an example of what they've been through. Someone who smiles a lot, smiles a lot because they've been through a lot, to the point that there's no need to feel any other way. But yet they know what choice is best for them. And sometimes being what others don't want you to be is something that you need to be. Let me rephrase that. Whatever people tell you to be, how you are, how they feel about you, stick up for yourself, yeah. Just stick up for yourself. Tell who you really are. Express that. Even if it does seem a little arrogant, even if it seems like you know you, and it feels like you know it all for you, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Express that. Let people think what they want to think. But stop putting your well-being on the back burner. Stop sacrificing yes when you really want to say no. Stop sacrificing thinking that you need to help someone when you're going to resent at helping them afterwards. Don't think that you need to show up everywhere and believe everything that everyone says, when really you're the only one walking in your shoes, feeling your heartbeat and operating your own mind. Take that in consideration. You have much as control of your life as much as you want to have control over it. It's just depending on your perspective of who you allow yourself to be. If you ain't happy with who you are, then you got a lot of self-reflection to do. And that does take a lot of shadow work. That does take a lot about learning about the ego. It does take a lot about learning about the darkness. It takes a lot to learn that. But guess what? Without any of that, without the ego, without the darkness, we wouldn't propel ourselves to the light that we really are. So don't demonize yourself for standing your ground, for planting your roots for today, and actually planting your roots in front of someone, people, anything that makes you feel less than. Trust me. Honestly, I'm at a point in my life where I don't give a damn. How I used to be does not exist anymore. I used to feel so bad. Like, I left the state. I left, like, where I was born. And I barely told anyone. But let me tell you, since I didn't tell some people, they got pissed. And those people I used to be so scared of. I always used to feel like, oh, I need to be obedient. Oh, like, I need to be on edge. Like, you know, there's something wrong with me. There's something amazing when you realize that you are the first priority in your life. Now, when I received those texts from some of those people, even siblings, they were pissed. And they told me like, give an example actually. Text was, you're lucky that I don't kiss your ass. And the fact that you left the state even though I don't give a damn fuck. That right there used to offend me. That right there used to hurt me. But now I realize what's best for me. And now I realize I got to stand my ground, even if that means I got to show a little egotisticness. And I'm not saying that, but let me finish. But I didn't respond. Because all the voice in my head, not my heart, my head said, you know what you need to do. You know who you are, and you know what matters. So forget explaining yourself. Forget thinking that you need to give so much of yourself to make people understand. That's enough, honestly. I'm not saying the ego is something that we need to be and allow it to be us. I'm just saying do not deny every single aspect of yourself. Because when you deny every single aspect of yourself, you're putting your happiness on the back burner. And the only person that you should get mad at, if that happens, is you. But yeah, you're the only one who has a choice to prevent that. Oof. Felt good to share that. But, you know, you're so important and you're so precious. The way you see the gold in everyone, with the way you see that little light in them for you to give the benefit of the doubt of their potential, Start seeing that little light within you and start shining it so bright to the point that the darkness can't stand your light. Some people can't stand what it is you have to offer and your aura, but you know that you're the one who brings the harmony of both light and darkness into one that makes you whole, that makes you complete, and represent that. And when you represent that, you're putting your happiness first. And that is golden. That should always be the aim. Anywho, thank you so much, you guys, for being on this episode. The 6th episode on the Love of Wisdom. Please, if you like this video, give a thumbs up. If you feel like it's going to help others, please share it. And also subscribe to my channel. And as well as stay blissful. And remember that everything in life is important, but life won't be meaningful if you don't realize that you're meaningful. So anywho, love you guys. Have a wonderful night, wonderful morning, wherever you are in the world. Namaste.